the idol worship. And the question is, what do you worship? What do you adore? All right, some of us tend to adore or to worship some figures, some religions, some persons, some people. But today we are going to discuss that topic. All right. To feel protected and to feel that there's an Almighty who controls the lives of all men has been a necessity past. So historically, we have had the apparition, the appearance of some, in some cultures, for example, about some characters. Here we have about the Greek culture, a faun. And so I don't know if you can mention any other characters, maybe in the Greek culture or in some other that you remember. What about you, Julissa?
I remember an idols culture Egyptian.
Egyptian, yes. All right. Could you talk to us about it?
Sorry, and repeat?
Yes. Could you talk to us about it?
I don't understand.
Please tell us about the Egyptian culture.
Other culture?
Could you say anything else?
For me, it is very interesting. Culture Nordica.
They say.
And all, ¿cómo digo todo esto? All these idols, dioses, ¿cómo se dice dioses?
Gods.
Gods, sí. This is the culture. For me, is more very fantastic. Fantasiosa. Fantastic.
All right, thank you very much. That's very interesting. All right, so Julissa, who's your victim?
Proxim victim Enrique.
Thank you.
Sorry.
It's okay. All right, Enrique. What do you know about idols of any culture? It doesn't matter what.
Okay. The cultures that they believed in idols, for example, Egyptians, Babylonians, Etruscans.
Yeah, the Etrusc.
And in the Mesoamerica, Mayas, Aztecas, and others.
Yes, that's it. You know what? That's very interesting. Could you talk to us about the Aztec culture, something that you remember?
Any idol? The god of the rain? No, I don't remember your name.
The name of the god, Tlaloc.
Tlaloc, okay, yes.
Yes, that's it. Hey, thank you very much Okay, so let's listen to Laura. Laura, what do you know about any cult or any idolatry?
Uh, I think that the word is like this because they worship the things, example, money, home, words. I think that everybody needs worship to God, to God, to God.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's it. As we mentioned before, any country or any town need to have the worshiping for anything.
Yes,
Well, I consider that it's a necessity of protection or to know that somebody else is controlling everything. So
yes,
if you have any loss, it's easier for people accept that it was destiny than looking for the reason and looking for the guilty and things like those. So it is much more comfortable to think that it is because somebody wanted to.
yes. I think that everybody need to believe to anything.
Yes, that's it. In any powerful, any
Yes,
almighty power.
yes. I think it is very important to feel security,
Security.
security. Yes, in our life.
Aha, that's it. So, you know what? I remember that, well, I heard that in the ancient Egypt, people adored cats. They
Yes,
worship cats. Do you know anything about this?
yes. The last people um, authority the cat and his cat um, died with them.
Uh-huh.
Yes, um, but today other people's authority cows, vacas,
Uh-huh, cows.
cows. Yes, and I don't know when you say the people need to to ay, creer se me fue
Believe.
to believe to anything.
Yes, that's it. That's the necessity of having any religion.
Yes, it's very important to need to feel security.
That's it, to feel that security. All right, thank you very much. So, Enrique, could you talk to us
Yes.
about something about that worshiping, that cat worshiping? Do you know something about it or anything about it?
Okay. I think the ancient cultures learned to worship idols because of the fear infused by the force of nature, and they beginning uh, to worship these idols for feeling protected,
Aha, that's it.
protected. Okay. Yes.
Thank
And
you very much. Yes,
and the cat was idol to the Egyptian culture.
aha, that's
Oh,
it.
wow. See? Okay.
You know what? For me, it was so surprising that the ancient Egyptians adored, worshipped cats. But whenever the English people began to think that the cats were some impersonation of the bad spirits, and the witches used the cats to have communication with the bad side, with the dark side,
Okay.
cats began to be killed because people started thinking that they were evil.
Okay.
So it was something contrary to what the Egyptians thought. All right, so now let's go to the next image, please. Let's go to this. Look at this. Now here we have modern worshiping. These images were some pictures of some other places in the world, but they are nowadays. So did you know about anything like this? For example, rats worshiping?
I am me, Julissa.
Yes, please, Julissa.
Ay, small, bueno, acabo de ver,
I have seen.
I have seen and video of the temple of the rats in the India.
That's it.
Les dan, no.
Yes, they give.
They set it.
They give.
They give. And visit, and the people go visit.
They go to visit.
Yes, for pedirles protección.
To ask for protection.
Yes.
Yes, that's it.
This video here is no. Here video. The people eating together. Right. For me, it's too or horrible.
Horrible.
Horrible. Yes.
Oh my, yes, it can be a little disgusting. All right, thank you very much. Okay, Fernando, welcome.
Thank you, teacher.
How are you today?
I'm very good. What about you, teacher?
I'm very fine. Thank you very much, Fernando. You know what? Today we are talking about worshiping, idols worshiping. So how some people adore to certain animals or certain images. And we are concretely talking about animal worshiping. We said that in some places, for example, in India, there is a temple where they worship rats. So do you know anything like this?
I remember watch the video or the documental on TV about that of the rats in India, but it's strange for our culture.
Yes, that's it. That's kind of like weird because for many people here in Mexico, rats are really nasty. They are horrible.
I think.
Yeah. And do you know any other form of animal worshiping in any other country?
In India, about the cows.
The cows.
Cows.
They're sacred.
Yeah, the cows, and in Mexico, I think. No, in Mexico, no.
Do you think so? Well, don't you think so? You know what? I have observed that nowadays people used not to have children. They prefer to have pets. And Nowadays, you can see people who have their dogs in their carriages and they buy clothes for their dogs, toys, special food. They take their dogs or the animals to the veterinary. It's good because it is animal respect. But, well, in my opinion, it can be excessive. What's your opinion about it, Enrique?
Okay. I think man in general has the need to believe in something for more powerful than himself and want to trust to feel safe in the world. Imagine uh, the old ancient man in a storm of lightning and thunder, for example. Uh, for this, uh, they tuvieron have been have been to need uh, la necesidad, like have been
Necessity?
necessity of have in who believe for uh, feeling more safe, security, safe,
Yeah, to feel safer.
safer, okay, safer. Uh, because they have uh, any animals for like idols for days.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, it may be. All right. I agree with you. Thank you very much. Okay, so please tell me who's next? Who's your victim?
No, no tengo los nombres. I don't have the names for my compañeros de clases.
Classmates.
For my classmates.
Well,
Any
here we have two, Fernando, Julissa, or Laura.
Laura.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. What about me?
What do you think about this culture of, well, it is not worshiping animals, but treating them as if they were our children?
Well, I think that exist different culture. For example, in India, people die of of hunger, but they love cows. And in Mexico, when you said the people replace children with puppies.
With
Yes, with puppies, and I don't know. The it's different culture, but we need to respect the different things of uh, different forma de pensar,
the different points of view.
cleans on few. Yes. I don't know. Maybe we think that it's very, I don't know, asqueroso. I don't know how to say.
Nasty?
Nasty. Uh, to worship rat, but people need to believe in them.
Yes, that's it. I agree with you. And you know what? You said something so wise. You said that we have to respect other ways, other cultures, other points of view. And I totally agree with you. That is something that we should be aware of. You know what? I remember that time ago, I was with my children. We were eating, you know what? We like so much to eat tacos de guisado. They were delicious.
Yes.
And we were in Roma section next to Subway Sevilla in Mexico DF. And we were eating some tacos de guisado. But guess what? Whenever we were eating, suddenly we saw some Chinese students. They were little kids, kind of like 15 or 16 years old. And when they saw us eating our tacos, they made as if they were going to vomit. For them, it was nasty. And so we were very, well, it was so surprising. We were so surprised because we said, we don't eat rats, we don't eat dogs. For us, it is nasty.
Yes.
And we don't do that whenever we go to a Chinese restaurant.
Yes, I don't like Chinese restaurant. Never, never.
Yeah, well, time ago they used to be very popular, but later, after there was I don't know if it was a campaign or it was advertisement or what happened, but in the TV news, they appeared that in some restaurants, some Chinese restaurants in Tijuana, they were cooking dogs. They made research, and they found the corpses of some dogs. And so the place was closed.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, I remember that from that moment, people stopped eating. People stopped eating in Chinese restaurants because there were lots of Chinese restaurants everywhere.
It's very disgusting
Yeah,
for
so
me.
much.
For me.
Yeah, but I am going to tell you something that I heard. I don't want you to be scared or to feel nasty about it, but a friend of mine who was working in a place where they sell meat told me that when they are buying the meat, sometimes they have beef, they have pork, and into the corpses they also have dogs and cats.
Yes.
So it's the same whenever we eat tacos, we don't see what was the form of the animal, the shape or the face of the animal before being a taco.
Oh my God.
So we don't know, but it could be. It could be. What do you think about it, Fernando?
About the tacos, teacher?
Yeah, about eating other kind of animals that we don't realize, we don't notice that it is not
Mm,
chicken or it is not beef.
well, I remember when I was child, my father killed animals in the forest, like rabbits,
That's it.
tlacuaches. You know tlacuaches?
Yes, I know them.
Tlacuaches, and other kind of animals. And we have to eat that.
Yes, that's it.
Tlacuaches I don't like now, but I had the opportunity to eat it. What other kind of animal? Mm, snake.
That's it.
Snake too. I don't remember more.
Yeah, but you know what, Fernando? You're right. We need to survive in a way.
Yes.
So if we have the necessity of eating that kind of animals or even the use, it is
Mhm.
respectable also.
Yes, it was. I, in fact, now I don't like to eat the rabbit or other animals of the forest because they are in extinction, right?
They are endangered species.
So, in fact, I like to preserve, preserve, right?
To preserve them.
Preserve them.
Yeah, that's it. You made me remember something funny that happened to me and my family time ago.
Uh-huh.
I had a boyfriend, a very handsome boyfriend, and he was a military man.
Wow.
And one day we were talking with my children, we were eating, and we were talking about pets. And my children are very cute people, they are so sensitive. I
Uh-huh.
was very much. There were also my granddaughters, and we were talking about squirrels. And
Squirrels. Ah, yeah, I eaten too.
they said, oh, they are beautiful with their very fussy tails and their little eyes, their beautiful ears and their pinky noses. And my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, was in silence. But
Mhm.
whenever we were saying about that, he said, oh, squirrels. Oh, yes, yes, they are very good. You have a rifle, shot them, you peel them, then you can add salt and you roast them. They are very tasty. We were opening our eyes wide open, and we were like, we didn't know what to say. But my granddaughters were terrified. They were crying, and they said, oh, squirrel.
No.
But yes, it is another way of thinking.
Yes, it is.
All right. Okay, Julissa, please tell me.
Thanks. I remember that my grandmother, Madink, Made,
Grandmother?
grandmother made tacos of
Oh.
chinicuiles
Oh,
and
yes.
crickets toast.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
You know what? Some people say that they are delicious and even they are really expensive. A kilo of chinicuiles is kind of like 1,500 pesos, 1 kilo.
It's
Uh,
too expensive.
Too much.
Yes.
And I can't eat them. For me, they are really nasty. I can't even see them. But some people appreciate them very much, and they say that they are so delicious and nutritious.
Um, this um, that um, eso dicen. For me, I don't like.
Yeah, I couldn't even eat them either. I don't know. For me,
Yeah.
it's so disgusting. But yes, some people say that even, you know what, my children have already eaten those animals, those little bugs, and they say that they are really good, that they are tasty. But I can't do it. I can't eat them. Maybe one day I will be able to do it. I will do my best. All right. So look at this. Now we are going to talk about something different. It is well known by everybody that we have the necessity for asking to an almighty power, beg to anybody who control our lives, to ask for help, to ask for the mercy of anyone else. Well, some can be very exaggerated about this point and even a little ridiculous. But look at this. What I am talking about is this. It is the modern way of idolatry, worshipping. That's what we adore today. So nowadays people worship themselves. They post their images on walls. People worship money. People worship material things, fame, fortune, celebrities, sports. Here we are celebrities. Devices. So it hasn't changed. We are worshiping even, but of course the form has been more modern. So what's your opinion about this? Any volunteer who wants to say what you think about modern idolatry? What do you think about this, Julissa?
I think I think the people can adore eating lo que quiera.
What they want.
Yes. As long as not not they hurt nothing.
That's it. Hey, thank you very much. That was a very interesting point of view. All right, Julissa, please tell me who's your victim.
Laura.
Thank you, Julissa.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I like to speak. I think that the things are to be used and people to love. The problem is that we love things and we use people. Today, it's the problem. Do you understand me?
Yes.
I am. Yes.
Yes, I think it's I don't know, the word is over her, the cabeza.
Head over.
Head over. The people worship ellos mismos, themselves. And they love things, the things.
That's it. All right.
I think so.
Thank you very much. You know what? It is very interesting. I think that, as Julissa said, all right, people can worship whatever they want, whatever they are interested in, as long as they don't damage others. But I think that that's the point. Sometimes we don't pay attention that we damage any other people. What I concretely refer to is this kind of idolatry.
Yes.
Nowadays, people is obsessed with using this kind of tools. And we got to the point that we don't pay attention about our family even, about our children, about our jobs, because or our lives. There are many people who are driving and they are texting. So they don't pay attention on the road because they are answering to any post on Facebook. And they are endangering their lives and endangering the lives of any other person. So that's what I refer to. What do you think about it, Enrique?
Okay. I think the idolatry Asia is towards the material distance man from his own nature. The man is dehumanized,
Dehumanized.
dehumanized many times by his desire to achieve material means. I believe that men should seek a balance between their well, well-being, de su bienestar,
Yeah, the welfare, the well-being.
their well-being, and the suffering of their family, and not commit excess. This promotes crime and corruption and others anti-values for the persons and for the people.
That's it. All right, yes, I agree with you. All right, please, Enrique, tell me, who's your victim?
Larissa? No.
Julissa.
Julissa.
Thank you. I think the really bad thing is when people are hurt in the name of the some group or religion, such as the attacks of some radical Muslims.
That's it. You know what? I think that, yes, there is an issue about that. And most because, well, sometimes we don't agree with what they do or what they say. And even some very radical actions, as you mentioned. Okay, thank you very much, Julissa. Okay, Julissa,
Thank you.
who's your victim?
Enrique.
Okay, I guess that Enrique has already spoken, but we are missing Laura and Fernando.
Enrique.
All right, Enrique.
Okay. Oh, this a loop for
I'm
me.
sorry. ¿No fuiste que me nombró? I'm sorry. So,
No, it's
Fernando.
okay. It's okay. All right, Fernando.
Okay, thank you. I think that the idolatry is a form of life where the people join and get the happiness. But nowadays, I think the majority of people are idolating the cybernet advices. So these make that themselves lost the communication with the other people. But the importance of this is to get the happiness. So everybody have to get the happiness wherever they want, right?
That's it. Yes, that's it. You know what? You mentioned something so important, happiness.
Yes, it is the happiness.
Aha, that's the most important part. Thank you very much, Fernando. All right, so Laura, please talk to us about what you feel, what you think.
I think that people need to feel. People need to believe in wherever. When you said people work so much,
Happiness. Happiness.
for example, me, and when I come with llego a casa, how to say?
When I go home,
Go home, I'm tired. I'm so tired. And my son, everything is in his recámara, bedroom.
bedroom.
Yes. I speak with him just a little. And he stays in the computer so much time. It's very dangerous. I think it's very dangerous because today the people work so much and the children watch TV, watch cell phone, watch computer, and the fathers don't know what her children do.
Uh-huh. They don't know what their children do, who they talk to,
Yes.
what they plan even, because I remember that in a place where I was working, there were many problems because some of the kids were playing a game, a virtual game. It was a challenge,
Yes.
Blue Whale Challenge, and in that challenge they were said to kill their parents, to kill themselves, to cut any part of their bodies. And so it was really difficult to believe, and parents were so surprised when they knew that their children were playing that kind of challenge.
Yes. Play the computer. It's very dangerous. The internet. It's good, but we need to check what them they are do.
What they are doing. Yes, that's it. Of course, it's really good because, for example, let's suppose that we didn't have technology. In fact, we wouldn't be talking today because,
Yes.
for example, where are you, Laura? Where do you live?
I live to Bernal, Peña de Bernal, Querétaro.
Look at this. Yes, you live in Querétaro. So, yes. Enrique, where do you live?
Okay, I live in the coast of Michoacan in the Pacific Ocean.
You live in Michoacan. And so, Julissa, where do you live?
I live in Querétaro.
Wow, that's very far from here. And so, Fernando, where do you live?
Oh, I live in North Carolina, United States.
Look at
But
this.
I
So,
have,
yeah, so we can have communication because of the internet. If we didn't have this tool, we wouldn't be at class today. So we have many benefits. But here the bad part is not the tool, the communication tool. I guess that the bad part is how we use it and that we don't know to have a limit. And
mhm.
and even children are they are in danger because they don't know what is a limit. They want to do everything they want. Okay, so what do you think about it, Fernando?
Um, yes, sure. About the internet and the
Yeah, the
cybernetic
devices.
age,
Yes,
oh, I think we have to take the good things of these devices, of the internet, of the technology. But you mentioned that about the limits, no? We have we need to have control of our kids and how they are using the devices and checking his devices or talk with they or talk with
to
our
them.
kids. Mhm. Yes, thank you, teacher. Because it's very important uh, know how about or their lives in the cybernetic age.
Yeah, that's it. And tell me, you are in North Carolina. How do you see the situation over there? So, is it a danger or people know how to control it? Do they have any consequences? What happens
Mm,
there?
I think here in the United States is dangerous because uh, the teenagers get information about the internet or a lot of people come from the war because the United States have a war always all the time. So they had bad ideas or they have a mental illnesses. So they are acting with how to say is they use a guns. So here United States you can get a guns wherever you want. You can you the law
Permits?
permits that. So in Mexico the guns is not allowed. Here you can get the guns in Walmart and other kinds of stores.
Hi, are you serious?
Yes, teacher. You have to prepare some documents, but it's not difficult to get it.
The permission.
Yes, to get the permission, so all the people can get guns, all kind of guns.
Jesus Christ. Well, from my point of view, it is really dangerous.
Yes, it's for that the situation in at the schools, the aggressions. So I think the government have to put certain rules about that.
Yeah, that's it. They have to regulate that it.
Regulate. That is the point.
Mhm. Hey, that is really, well, I didn't imagine, I couldn't imagine something like that. But yes, of course, it is really dangerous.
Yes, it is, teacher.
Okay, well, thank you very much. You know what? It is very valuable that you can talk to us about this because you are there.
Yes, that is the truth.
Oh my. All right, well, thank you very much. Okay, anybody else's opinion? Somebody who wants to say anything about this? or to say any other comment?
Me, Julissa.
Yes, please.
You have to talk a lot with the children. So be careful. Let them know the risks they are still on the home, because the internet is an open door to thousands of the strangers.
Yes, that's it. You know what? I have a personal situation. My little granddaughter, she's 11 years old, and she has had the permission of her mommy to have a Facebook account. My son, his father, is really shocked about it. He's very angry. They don't live together, and the girl lives with her mother. And he was so angry because he said, no, it is not possible that she gives permission to the girl. And I said, well, you know what? Anyway, she would have any account ever. But here, the most important that we have to do is to explain her what is the risk, what are the dangers that she could find in the net,
Yes.
that she could be aware of, because it is something present, something normal even. So there would be a moment where she had an account. And so, yes, I think that it is the difficult part, to explain them how to take care and what to take care of.
Mm.
Well, I don't know if you want to say any other comment, to ask any question.
Enrique,
Yes, Enrique, please.
I think we have to learn to use the new information technologies for our benefit. For example, right now, we are using them. We are using the internet, the computer, and the software to achieve the law of a new language. But unfortunately, we can commit excess or bad use of them. And debemos, should,
Yeah, we must.
además, evitarlos es
Avoid.
avoid, is my comment.
Yeah, that's it. I agree with you. Thank you very much. Okay, anybody else's opinion? No? All right. Well, thank you very much for your attention, for your attendance, and of course, of your valuable participation.
Thank
You
you, teacher.
to you. Meet you next class.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Everybody.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye.
Good night.
Good
Good
night,
night.
everybody. Bye.